right here on Keith Hampton Memorial Field in week 2 of the Berean Academy Eagles season. They have won and won big. Final score 52-8 over the Mission Heights Preparatory team, making that long drive down. They've got a long drive back to go. And what a difference a week makes. We'll come over here and talk to head coach Jalen Hampton. It is the SSVEC Post-Game brought to you by SSVEC, Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative, serving our community. And for some reason, the coach is calling all the players over here. We gotta talk to them about this game. Last week, the Berean Academy Eagles lost for the very first time on this field, and tonight they more than made up for it on offense, on defense, and on special teams. It was an entire team effort to bring this collection together to get those 52 points. It did not come by accident. It came by a ton of hard work, and we'll talk to head coach Jalen Hampton about that and the rest of the crew here as we talk to head coach Hampton about this victory tonight. What a difference. Come on up close, because I didn't have the microphone here.
We found out it's your birthday, so 1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jeff Davenport. Happy birthday to you.
Exactly. Big tackle on me. Come on in real quick. Let's say this. I've watched this team for 3 seasons. Tonight was probably easily matching that intensity, the focus, the determination that I saw last year from the players. You guys know who you are from the team last year on this very field. It was easily visible tonight. And I want to say congratulations getting that victory tonight. And I see such great things in store for the rest of this season. And we'll come in and we'll break it on me, and then we'll talk to Coach about this. All right, I get to break us. Everybody in! The birthday boy makes the call. Yes. Victory on 3. 1, 2, 3. Victory! There we go. The Eagles have landed. They have swung big time on this field tonight. And we get to talk to head coach. Thank you, Coach. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys. I love you guys. As the rest of the team heads off the field, I want to talk to head coach Jalen Hampton about what it meant for that team to do what they did tonight. What a difference a week makes. We were talking about that before we went live here on Cool FM. Let's talk about the preparation from 1 week ago tonight to get to tonight. What was that like? Come on in close.
Yeah, no, we just had to switch a little things up. I mean, just little things, because when we lost last week, we were kind of in our feelings, but we talked about it, you know. We gave up 3 4th downs for touchdowns. We dropped 2 interceptions, you know. We dropped 2 touchdown passes. So, I mean, the game looked out of hand, but we kind of felt like we could have done things to keep that closer, keep us in the game. And so when we went back to practice, this week, that was the focus, you know, doing the little things the right way, making sure our blocks are staying, making sure we're holding on the ball security. And the kids were super focused, and we always talk about the response. You know, what's the response? Everyone has a plan until they get punched in the face.
I heard that before. I think it was a famous boxer who once said that.
Right, and you know, and we didn't respond well last week, and I think this past week, with the preparation and going into the game, I think we responded really well.
And one of those players, obviously, it was offense, defense, special teams, all phases coming through. And there was one guy, come on in here, Logan, a man who was responsible for a lot of that on offense, on defense, on special teams. Talk about the difference between last week's. It looked like a completely different team, man. Talk to us about that. What was the difference in this week of preparation for tonight?
I think last week was more just like a wake-up call. I feel like we needed it. I feel like we were still riding on our high horse from last year. And I think, obviously, losing last week the way we did definitely woke us up for this week, and we fixed the things we messed up on last week. Some of our blocking schemes, stuff like that. And so we definitely had a hard week of practice fixing that kind of stuff.
And looking at that intensity, you could see it translate on the field very easily. You knew right away from the opening drive when you made that long drive down the field, and you know they wanted to kick to you. They won the coin toss and didn't opt to receive. They opted to kick. And when you do that to your team, you want to make them pay, and you did that on that opening drive.
Yes,
Talk
sir.
about how that set the pace.
I mean, I think we kind of knew, seeing how they pulled up to the field and things like that. We won the game before it started just because their morale was low and stuff like that. And come that opening kickoff, we were popping, we were hitting. And then offensively, obviously, we were clicking. So it was definitely great to see.
Well, it was an awesome week of practice to bring us to tonight. And the final score, 52-8. Did anybody have that on their bingo cards tonight? It was offense, defense, and special teams all coming together. Watching those three different aspects of the team, still doing sprints after the game, which I love, by the way. But nonetheless, watching all three of those phases come together in a game like this, how does that set the tone for next week?
I mean, I think we're definitely excited for next week. Obviously, we're going to focus on next week, coming up probably tomorrow. So I think we have a big game ahead next week, and that's all I can really say.
Well, every game is a big game, especially here in the CAA Division III. The Berean Academy Eagles, come on back in, Coach, before we leave. Congratulations on the victory tonight. Again, your coaching staff did an outstanding job putting together the game plans to make sure that it would be that dominant Eagles fashion that we're used to seeing on this field here tonight. And congratulations on bouncing back and getting that win tonight.
I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of the SSVEC Post-Game, brought to you by Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative, serving our community. Logan, congratulations, buddy.
Thank you.
And we will see you again later. Have a great night, everybody.